This video is LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars movie set ideas. Basically what this video is the newest 2021 wave, but if every set was replaced by a Star Wars The Clone Wars movie set. That's basically it, and I want to do this for a while now just because, you know, it's been a while since we gotten, like, actual Clone Wars sets. We had gotten sets surrounding the Clone Wars in Clone Wars Season 7, but we haven't gotten anything early days in the Clone Wars since 2014. Alright, let's start off with the duel set. This one's hard since there's, like, two iconic duels that been in the movie, and that is Obi-Wan versus Ventress and Anakin versus Dooku. I chose Dooku versus Anakin because we haven't gotten a Dooku since 2013, and the last time we got Ventress was more recently in 2015. Since the duel sets are starting to include more build/set pieces, I chose the first build as Dooku Speeder, and the second build would be some sand scenery to add to the value of the set. The figs would be Dooku, it would be an updated print for Dooku, and Anakin with the Republic backpack mold with the ability to somehow fit Rada in there, but he wouldn't be in the set since at this moment in the movie Ahsoka had him. The next set is going to be battle packs. I'm going to be real generic with the battle pack is just going to be a P1 clone troopers with the smaller AV7 cannon, similar to the one in the ARC Troopers battle pack, and of course this would be for the Battle of Crystalsis. Getting Phase 1 Troopers, it's been a minute since we've just gotten Phase 1 Troopers and a Battle Pack, and that was in 2018, and it had these two Jedis, and it was kind of hard to army build because you didn't want to have too many Chaotic Mundis and Barriss Offees. Even though it's not a bad thing, especially since we see Miri Allen's a lot in Star Wars, I still wish I got more of that set, especially for the prices, but you know, this would be a $15 Battle Pack. The next set would be $39.99, and it would be the Vulture droid. It's been a while since we gotten the last Vulture droid. Most of the sets from 2014 era got a re-release, so the younger generations can have them, but there hasn't been a Vulture droid, which is extremely unfortunate because it's, I would say, one of the most seen vehicles in the Clone Wars era, especially for the Separatists. The model would be, of course, minifig scale, because LEGO's starting to acknowledge minifig scale more and more, and it has the ability to walk around or be in the flying position and the heads to, you know, pop out and look around, which is the thing that the Vulture droid can do. It'll, of course, be the Clone Wars colored Vulture droid and not the tan one that we see in Episode 1. But the last one that was released was only $25, and as much as I would say, you know, adding the ability to move its head and then walk would bump up the price a little bit, I don't think it would be worth $39.99. So, to bump up the price, I would have added one Buzz droid to the build. That would be a part of the build. It wouldn't count as a minifigure. But also, the price would be added because of the minifigures. The first one would be ASAJJ Ventress, which, even though I mentioned that we've gotten the last ASAJJ Ventress in 2015, we have only gotten one good one, and that was from the Star Wars Clone Wars, the 2003 anime TV show. We really haven't gotten a good Ventress from the Clone Wars, but the last one that we did get had an amazing face print. Her torso would be the one that we see in the Clone Wars TV show, and also she would come with the skirt piece that would also match the TV show. The skirt piece would be the one that Barriss Offee has. I feel like the old one doesn't really match what Ventress had on at the time. And of course, she would come with her two red lightsabers. The second figure is Warren Loathsome, one of the minifigures, especially from the Clone Wars, we still haven't gotten. And the new mold will bump up the hypothetical price. I know he wasn't exactly in this scene, but, you know, LEGO has done stuff from, like, movies or TV shows that happened a few minutes before or after. We still shouldn't have gotten Commander Cody to use this gunship. That does not invalidate my arguments I made in previous videos. The next figure will be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it'll be in his updated Clone Wars outfit. And also a battle droid, because battle droids never hurt anyone. The figures would really make the set what it is. The next one would be $49.99, and it'll be a V19 turret. It's been over a decade since the last V19 turret, and one of the most unique designs we see in the Clone Wars. Something different besides the normal Clone Wars, you know, vehicles that we see every few years in the release cycle. It would come with a stand like we see in this Brick Vault one, where it can, you know, have the ability to look like it's flying with the stand there, and also have it in the landed position with its wings up. The figures in the set would be a P1 Captain Rex, which we haven't gotten in a long time. And the old P1 Captain Rex had this ugly Clone Wars design. And a Clone Wars pilot with the accurate helmet design, because LEGO's been getting this wrong for many times now. At the $99.99 price point, it would be the Twilight. The Twilight, to be honest, isn't the most like Star Wars model, being likened to a chicken, and the LEGO model kind of follows suit, being called one of the most ugliest sets of all time, and generally considered to be the worst Clone Wars set. Probably because of the dual color kind of makes the set ugly. It's a very dull color. But you know, I feel like it's still iconic enough to Lego hopefully re-release this one day, because I'm getting kind of concerned that the Twilight will kind of fall by the wayside of Lego models that we'll probably never see again, unfortunately. And it doesn't even get much coverage in the community. But honestly, I feel like the way the Lego designed the old set gave the model a disservice. And we see with modern techniques, like in this mock right here, the modern techniques really make the set pop. Like, this is beautiful. This would be a day one build. With the features of the set, of course, it'll come with a spring-loaded shooter because it's Lego, and also a back compartment where you can put a MIDI scale Anakin Jedi Starfighter, with enough space to have a fold-down bed for Rada. Speaking of, the figures in the set would be Anakin is a Clone Wars attire, like that would have been in the hypothetical duel set. Ahsoka in her Clone Wars outfit with the updated face of her smiling and also grimacing. Rada with the same body piece that he used in the original set, just in dark green, because I feel like the original lime green was kind of off for him. And R2-D2. The figures in the set would be the exact same as last time. It would just kind of be a soft re-release. I really hope Lego one day goes back to the Twilight and try to redo it. The coveted Venator Star Destroyer is, of course, one of the first ones I thought of when I thought up of this video, and it was also the one I want to take the most care with. The Venator is the most wanted Lego set, period, and the one that we got in Lego doesn't even look like a Venator at all. Despite that fact, people still clamor to that set like it's a drug. The set right now, today, will cost you $1,000 USD. That's absolutely crazy. And it's like the main model we see in the Clone Wars. When people think of the Clone Wars era, they think of Gunship Venator. Though I want this set to be playscale model, because even though I love the spectacle of a UCS set, I hate the idea of the general consumer having a tough time getting this set, where they had to either go into a Lego store or go online, and the set will cost hundreds of dollars. That's why even though people love UCS sets, I will always be partial to playscale sets, just because I like to think of the general consumer more than other than the hardcore we complain about everything fans. The model will look like something like this rattan bricks, which you can actually buy for half the price of the official Lego set. Like many other models, the interior would be split on two sides. While the Lego one, for some reason, had Palpatine's office, it also put it down in the middle, causing this ugly bump that really took away from the look of the Venator. On one side, it would have like a shrunken down bridge room with a table. In the middle would be a hologram miniature of a hooded figure. And the other side would be an area with a box and a simple bed design. I also been getting into scaled models. That's kind of evident by the video I recently released. And I think it would be a perfect opportunity to have a little nano Twilight to harken back to the set that you can actually buy, just to see the scale of it. Kind of like how Lego does with the little mini Tanto V4s that comes in Star Destroyers. I feel like that's a little cute thing that you can put next to it. For the minifigures, this would be the big one. 2 Phase 1 Clone Troopers, just because that's never hurt anyone. Clone Wars Admiral YULAREN. We have gotten him in the Colonel outfit, but we haven't gotten him in the more known Clone Wars outfit. He would have the dog trainer hair and reddish brown and an officer uniform with black boots, which Lego for some reason hasn't really incorporated all too well with their officers. Even though it's the Resolute, which is Anakin ship, I decided to have Obi-Wan in there just because I already had Anakin multiple times in this list, and also be good reasoning for the next figure. It would be Phase 2 Cody, because it makes a lot of sense to put a Phase 2 Cody in a set where there was only Phase 1. No, I'm playing. It would be Phase 1 Cody, which we also still haven't gotten in a while. I know some people, if this was actually to happen, would be upset because it would be a Phase 1 Cody, but I feel like people would just more want a Cody or more officers in general, regardless of the fact if it's Phase 1 or Phase 2. I think people just want a Cody in general. That's it for the list. I really hope Lego comes back to doing more mainline Clone Wars sets. Even though I love the Season 7 sets, I really wish we would have, more iconic Clone Wars builds, especially now since there's no movies coming out for a minute. It would be nice to, go back to the early Clone Wars and, do more vehicles that we haven't seen for a while, like snail droids or stuff like that. Because it's been a minute since we haven't gotten, Separatist set that wasn't a Separatist gunship or AAT in Lego. Comment down below what was wrong with this list. What would you change about it? Was it bad? And what does your list look like? Anyways, that is it.